First of all, I want to thank the organizers of those beautiful events. When I started my career, my dream was to be a world champion. After 21 years of career, I was 7-time world champion in 4 different divisions. I always have said, with effort and discipline, the dreams come true. I feel very excited to be here for 2 things. The first one, just the greatest of the sport of boxing are here. The second one, International Boxing Hall of Fame is the last step to have successful in this career. I want to congratulate all of the Boxing Hall of Fame. This is for my family. This is for all the sport boxing fans, especially the Mexican and Latinos fans. Thank you.
I just want to look out for a second. Damn. When I was about 10 years old, I had a transistor radio under my pillow to listen to my hero, Muhammad Ali, fight Joe Frazier, and getting round by round updates on WINS radio in New York. I never could have imagined being here today. Boxing's been such a tremendous part of my life, and it's created so many opportunities for me. I got to have lunch with Nelson Mandela and talk boxing. I got to play myself in a Rocky movie. I went to 50 countries as a television executive and a boxing promoter. I've gotten to meet some of the most amazing people on the face of the earth, some of the most creative people, kings and presidents. And why? Because they were boxing fans. Not bad for a niche sport, right? Because our niche is huge. Our sport is different. We're different than any other sport. We're more relatable. And why is that? Because we're more of a reflection of the real world than any other sport. We're a microcosm of the real world. Everybody has to fight. None of us are here forever. We fight our own demons. We fight for our kids. We fight for a better future. We fight for many, many things, and we're all going to get knocked on our keisters, and we all have to get up. And that's why we're so relatable, and that's why we're different, and that's why we're eternal, and that's why we will be here forever, and F everybody that says boxing is dead or dying. There's more poetry to our sport. There's more theater to our sport. On our best nights, we are better than anybody. We are the best sport. And that leads me into another little topic, because Kathy made a joke about me last night. I know I'm a little passionate. I'm prone to throw out some F-bombs. Hey, I'm from Brooklyn. But I've never come from a place of destructiveness when it comes to our sport. I love boxing. And I sort of view it like you have a kid, or you have a parent, or you have a brother or a sister, and they're troubled, and they're sick, and you know their potential, and you know how great they can be, and you just want them to be better. And if I've been a critic during the course of my 30 years in this sport, it's because that's how much I love this sport. We are the sport of kings and queens, and I want us to carry ourselves like that into the future.
I always thought the best part of my job was just being allowed to come and play in this insane, exciting, addictive, incomparable world. And now this. You know, my late husband, Dan, whose plaque, I'm told, will be installed next to mine at some point in the coming weeks over in the hall. He was the smartest, the best, the most honorable person that I've ever known. And to be included alongside him here forever is the best part of what is happening to me today. Dan and I worked together with some all-time great fighters, and in fact, a few of them are already here in the hall. Evander Holyfield, Pernell Whitaker, Lennox Lewis, Arturo Gatti. And Main Events has played a small part in events involving a number of the incredible fighters that are being inducted today. With any luck, a few more of our fighters will land here someday. I know that I never imagined that a thing like this could ever happen to me, and I'm doubly sure that Dan never imagined it either, but neither of us would have made it here or had the lives we have had if it wasn't for the talent, the dedication, the discipline, the effort of so many great, great fighters, now acknowledged as both male and female, I'm happy to say, who make boxing so special. They are the best conditioned, hardest working, most dedicated athletes in any sport in the world, and they all deserve all of our love and recognition today. This day is for them. Before I finish, the last and the most important thank you I have to give to my beautiful children, Nicole, Lisa, and Brian. I know you didn't have it easy. You lost your dad young. You had me bouncing around all over the world doing what it is we do, taking calls in the middle of the night, trying to split my attention between the far more important goings on in your life. And I appreciate the fact that you were always behind me. As my son says, he toughened me up for this business, and I think that's true. The girls did too. But we got through it together. And the only thing in this world I'm more proud of than being inducted into this hall today is being able to say I'm your mother. So thank you. Thank you all. You've made this one of the very best days of my entire life.
Thank you. 21 again. I would like to ask everybody if you would look at your watch and time me while I do this, and it's not for what you think. First of all, I want to thank the Hall of Fame and all the volunteers, Ed Brophy, the whole Brophy family, everybody for all the work that it takes from year to year to year to get this done, especially this year with the trilogy. Thank all of the fans. Some of these fighters up here, of course, were much better fighters. Most were much better speakers, or are much better speakers, but none of them loved their job more than I loved mine. I really went through and thanked everybody last night, but I want to share a quick story with you. 1996, after I fought Deirdre Gogarty, I was invited to be the Grand Marshal for the induction for that year Hall of Fame. The PR guy called me. I told him, no, absolutely not. I will not go. I was too scared. I mean, these guys are legends. We're talking about Willie Pep, Carmen Basilio, Gene Fulmer. I mean, the list goes on and on. Archie Moore. Finally, they told me, you can't say no. You have to go do that. You have to go do this. So I did. And fortunate for me, those guys that I just mentioned, they kind of put their arms around me, the older guys, and took me in as a granddaughter and told me they appreciated my hard work, and my left hook was pretty good. When I was doing my speech that year, I turned and I looked at all the guys, and I remember Marvin Hagler being one of them, and Aaron Pryor. And I said, you know, all these boxing brothers up here, someday you're going to need a sister. Well, guess what? Here's your sister. And I'm just very honored to be that sister to all these legends. And I'm not going to take up all your time. I'm not going to take up any more time. So I talked to you for 2 minutes, almost 2 minutes. In that 2 minutes, 40 people in this country were abused in a domestic violence situation. 40 people, just while I talk to you. Have a great day. Thank you for everything you've done. And enjoy the Boxing Hall of Fame.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it just hit me like maybe 20 minutes ago sitting down. Man, I'm being inducted into the Hall of Fame. You know? And, you know, I really, you know, family is very important, and we all know this. But in my case, it really very important. My father was the first to recognize that there was a champion on the way, and you know, and watered that plant to make sure that, you know, that it would happen, and that I made it to the gym, and you know, that I had all the things I needed to be the best. And I really have to it's almost if you know me, you know my father is right there, and he's always, you know, training me and making sure that, you know, he was the showtime. And I think that for the love for my family, I fought so hard. It was like when I went to the ring, it was almost like, I'm put them on my back. I'm fighting for them. So that it wasn't just me in there. And that's why I say that family is very important. It wasn't me. It was them too. They was right there with me fighting. And man, this ring right here and all this really means so much to me. I definitely I just want to thank Ed Brophy and the team, and also not my family was my inspiration, but also my boxing family. What I'm saying? I see Roy down. Roy let me find a lot of his undercards. Roy down there, James, Toney. I mean, all these great fighters. Floyd Mayweather. I'm Andre Ward coming up. I mean, all these fighters. Laila Ali. These were inspirations. When I watched them fight, I knew that I had to step up my game. I had to be better. I tried to be better, or be just as good. Because my man Floyd, if he didn't know, I couldn't beat that. And Wolf. The list goes on and on. But I just want to say thank you guys, and I want to give my father the props, because he really, really deserves it. He really stood behind me, and he really was a man behind me. Thank you guys, and I'm so happy that I'm inducted. Thank you for inducting me and making me one of the Hall of Fame that I want to be all my life since I was 8 years old. Thank you.
Never give up. And watch what you say. What you say out of your mouth, tell the world who you are. Thanks, you. One last thing. See, I paid good money in private school for him not to do what I did. But I want y'all to look at this face. I want you to look at the name my dad gave me, Bernard Hopkins Jr., even though y'all never followed me like that because it never was Jr. on my name. It was Bernard Hopkins. Somewhere it got Bernard Humphrey Hopkins. I don't know who that is. I can't even cash a check with Humphrey on there. But I'll tell you what, wherever, this is my ring, right? His birthday today, but I'm letting them know something as a lesson. See, we are blessed to be able to give our kids everything. I'm not going to do that. What I am going to let him do, since it's his birthday, I'm going to let him hold it until tomorrow. Hold up. I'm in my feelings right now. See, son, this is a lesson. I'm going to let you hold this because it's your born day. But I'm also going to not let you keep it. I say hold. Why? Because things are earned, not given. And I don't care how much damn money I got, how much fame I got, I will not destroy them and pay for it later. Assalamu alaikum. Rudy Battles. 1 second, Rudy Battles.
First and foremost, I would like to personally congratulate you on being inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. And I appreciate the acknowledgement, and it's a great pleasure to have the opportunity to share this historic and memorable day in your life. And also, I value the opportunity to be able to participate in your legacy. And once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. Take care, Ben. Okay.
What's up, Canastora? Thank you, fans. and officials for the recognition. I remember when I was 14 and started my journey in boxing, I used it as a tool how to travel at a very young age. And I never ever dreamed of getting that far in this sport, especially being among all the respected champions in the International Boxing Hall of Fame. Amazing and a huge honor. Unfortunately, the Russian aggression in my home country, Ukraine, and the war have prevented me from sharing in person this ceremony with you. This war has changed not just me, but the entire world. I also remember how boxing has changed my life. Boxing just made me a better person, period. Even if it was a bit scary in the beginning, but later on I really started to enjoy it. You know how it is. It taught me a lot. Contrary to the popular expression, every punch I ate made me smarter. Don't take too many of those. Not good. One key principle served me enormously: safety first. This principle has allowed me to last, which is the secret of my endurance, and Floyd Mayweather's too. I'm super happy to be able to address you all tonight. All of us here have a huge responsibility. We're the faces of boxing. It's up to us to come together and build the future of boxing so that our noble art remains the most famous of all the sports. Love you all. Keep on punching, and cheers from Kyiv.
When God says you can, no one can stop you. Point blank. After spending about 3 days with everyone on this stage, chopping it up with them, for the first time in my life, I feel like I'm an equal. They treated me with respect, and they treated me as if though I was one of their peers. This has been a long time coming. God has spoiled me. He's given me everything I've ever wanted. At this point in time, there's only one thing I want to ask of him, and that's for him to keep me in his perfect peace, because he's given me everything else. Jennifer, LaTanya, Zion, we did it, baby. I'm gonna wear my ring with the broke wrist.
Is this my size? You know I got big hands. I need a size 9. Thank you so much. Thank you all for being here this evening. Thank you to the Hall of Fame for recognizing me with so many other amazing champions that came before me, who are being inducted this year, who are going to come after me. It's truly an honor to be in the International Hall of Fame with my father. Without him, there would be no me. You know, all that confidence that he had, I would say, is really what got passed down to me. The confidence to fight even when he told me not to, when he told me he didn't want me to do it. I had to earn his respect, I really did, in the ring. So I have had the opportunity to work with some amazing trainers, one of them being your uncle, well, 2 of them, your father, the Mayweathers. I have so much respect for your family. Yes. And others, Buddy McGirt, Dub Huntley, Shadid Zaluki, Kevin Morgan, my first trainer. And I just want to thank my beautiful family that's here. They were not a part of my past life of boxing. My daughter, Sydney, my son, Curtis. I know they're embarrassed right now because I mentioned them. And my husband, Curtis. It's funny, when we met, I had just fought and just filed for divorce. And it was time for me to go back to training camp. And he said, no, like, you're going to go fight again? How much you going to make? I'll just give you the money. He's like, I'll just give you the money. You don't need to fight anymore. And I'm like, babe, this is what I love. This is what I do. I wasn't making a lot of money, you know, despite what people thought. I was doing it because I loved it. There's so many other things that I could be doing, right? But boxing will always be my first love. And I want to continue thanking my sister, Mia. There's 7 of us. There's 7 girls, and I'm the youngest, the only one that decided to fight. And I'm super close to my sister, Mia. We have two different mothers, but she's my closest sister. So thank you for being here. Daryl, everybody here tonight are my favorite people in the world. So thank you for being here, supporting me. And that's pretty much it. I'm gonna go. I said I was gonna keep it short. And thank you all. I love you.
I want to thank God, not just for being here, but just for keeping me, you know, in life. Started off good, then I went astray, and I almost lost it all at one point in time in my life. And he pulled me out of that, and he sustained me in a business like boxing. Boxing can be an amazing sport, but it's a cold, treacherous place sometimes, inside the ring and outside the ring. And I'm still here, and I'm alive to talk about it, so I thank God for that. I want to thank my wife. I gave her some flowers yesterday, but I want to thank her again just for riding with me. She struggled with me. She went through everything with me, and she grinded with me. So now we're shining together. I love you, and I appreciate you, and I couldn't be here without you. I want to thank my 4 beautiful children, Andre Jr., Malachi, Amira, my 5 beautiful children. I forgot one. Amari and Champ. I did this for y'all. It's a lot of early mornings in boxing when everybody sleep, and it's a lot of late nights in that gym. And it's a lot of times we don't want to go to training camp and it get rough. But I had y'all in mind. I didn't want to look at your faces if something went bad in that ring. I used to think about that Sunday morning looking at y'all after a fight if I lost. And I didn't want to do that. And I appreciate you guys just sticking with your daddy. I missed some things, but, we're not complaining now. We made it to the hall, and they can't take that away from us. So I appreciate you guys. Millie and Verge, I thank you guys, my godparents, for taking me and my brother in when we didn't have nowhere to go. And Verge, I thank you for guiding me in life and in the sport of boxing and teaching me the right way to fight. Hit and not get hit. And that's why I'm here to talk about it right now. I appreciate you teaching me the art of boxing. I want to thank my mother, Madeline. We've been through some hard times, but I thank God for you because you got a lot of fight in you. And I got a lot of my fight from you. And you never stopped trying to be in my life. You never stopped trying to bring our family back together. And for that, I'm thankful, I'm grateful, and I appreciate you and I love you. To my mother-in-law, Ramel, thank you for letting this little bad, rebellious boy who came from Oakland and was trying to date your daughter. Thank you for giving me an opportunity. I know you wasn't feeling me at first. You was looking at me kind of sideways. And you didn't believe I was going to be a gold medalist, but I told you I was going to win that gold medal. And I did that. And I'm treating your baby girl the right way. So I appreciate the opportunity to date her and to be with her. I thank my dad. My dad's been dead 20 years now, but he gave me the foundation in my faith in God. And, he started me out in this sport, and he died right before everything took off. But his life has been speaking through me the last 20 years. So, Dad, I know you would be happy and proud. This one's for you. I love you, and I thank you for everything that you gave me. The biggest fight that I had with boxing was when was it time to walk away, and how was I going to go out? I've been retired now for 5 years, and almost every day the sport is trying to pull me back. But every day that I stay gone in the sport is another day that I win. And if I stick to my word and stay gone and never come back and leave my legacy the way that it is, I ensure that boxing never defeats me. I want to leave that blueprint for the young life, the young fighters that's coming behind me. I'm going to say this in closing, y'all. I normally don't like to talk this much, but I got to do this today. Every fighter on this stage right here, and even the fighters in the room, the future Hall of Famers, champions, we deal with extreme criticism and a lot of praise. And I had to learn this lesson the hard way. I had to learn to live my life in the middle. And I'm still learning that lesson. Some people love you, some people don't. Some people will respect and acknowledge what you've done in the sport. Some people won't. But one thing I do know is when you make it here to Canastota, New York, and you sitting on the stage with great champions like this, male and female, at this point, The debate is over. Thank you very much.
During my career and even today, I have many dreams, but this is actually the biggest honor for me. Most of my fights took place in Germany, and I was named the Queen of Boxing all over Europe, mainly for two reasons. One, I never gave up working and fighting for women's recognition in the boxing business. Two, finally, my fights were Saturday Night Live TV headliners with millions of viewers. That made me a pioneer in women's boxing. So, as a result of that, the best women fighters in the world came to Germany to be on ZDF TV, one of Europe's biggest broadcasters. At the same time, an underestimated woman sent me congratulations to my very tough title defense against Elena Reed. She wrote, "If women can box and be successful like Regina Halmich, they can go anywhere." You are right. Yes, we can, Chancellor Angela Merkel. I like to dedicate this award here to all girls and women. It is important to have goals and dreams, to focus and make them come true. Thanks to all critics and opponents of women boxing. You made us even stronger. This is a pity that my former coach and mentor, Jürgen Lutz, is no longer with us. But I know right now he's looking at me from above and he's incredibly proud. Today, my thoughts are also with the Klitschko brothers. Vitaly and Vladimir. We shared so many hours together at the gym and on fight night showtime. Vladimir should be here today, but he's in the Ukraine to support his brother and his people. This time they fight for freedom. God bless them and their country. Thank you to my family, to my friends, and everybody who helped me on my way to be a champion. And now I'm a Hall of Famer. Thank you, America. Thank you.
You know, I didn't start boxing when I was really young. I didn't grow up with a family that, was from the boxing background. But when I did find boxing and it was my passion, I had the support. And I've had the support my whole life, no matter what it was, from my parents. My father and my mother always encouraging me to follow my dreams. And so I'm so thankful that I've had that love and support my whole life, that they wanted me to fulfill whatever dream I had and make me truly believe that I can accomplish these things. And to not give up of anything that I put my heart to. And to my brothers who always were my biggest fans. I could beat anybody in their book. I have some of my best friends here. They're closer. I'll tell you what, there's some of those people that have driven with me to my amateur fights when it wasn't real glorious to be at these things. They put their time and money when we didn't have a lot of money to go and support me. And there's never enough words that will put enough thank you for that, to ride with me through the thick and the thin. And as far as my team, I know there's a lot of people that go through a lot of different teams or a lot of different coaches, and I have to say I'm blessed. I've had the same coach, same manager, same promoter my whole career. And I'm not talking about just boxing, but going through MMA as well. I've had my same team. You want to talk about loyalty, that's as deep as you can get. And so I'm so thankful. I don't feel like this award is just for me. It's a group effort, especially being a female. I don't think that I could have had I know I wouldn't have had these opportunities without Lenny Fresquez putting these fights on for me. And not only through boxing, but also, I said, I want to do MMA, and he said, well, you want to do MMA? I know you can do that too, let's do it. you know, and believing in me and putting himself forward, believing in my dream. And my coach, Mike Winkeljohn, no matter what I did, he believed. From the get-go, and I'll tell you what, there's a lot of people out here in this sport, as we all know, between managers and promoters and coaches. They're in it for their own glory a lot of times, and I'll tell you right now, I've been surrounded by people who have only wanted best for me. A very selfless love and support I've had, so I don't see this as my Hall of Fame day, but a joint effort. Thank you.
Man, this is so real. This is so real. I can't believe I'm finally here. And the most important thing is that I have a very important person who's no longer with me. John Pops Arthur. My pops, he passed in January. I wish he was here to see this moment. But I don't think everybody, the most important person is my beautiful mom, Sherry Toney. Hey, Mom, I love you. We did it. Mom, we did it. Cheryl, we did it. My wife, Angie, we did it. We did it. And my beautiful children, James, Jr., and Prince. I love y'all. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you everybody for being here. Thank you for supporting the activity. Thank you to all the champions, to all the people involved for the awards, for the prime, for us here. And I'll be short. All I want to do is to talk to my family. I'll be doing in Spanish. Ustedes han sido la inspiración de mi vida, las personas que me han hecho trabajar de la mejor manera por mis sueños, por los sueños de ustedes. Y la vieja, mamá, te amo con mi vida, gracias por ser el eje de mi vida. A mis hijos, gracias por hacer lo que hacen y querernos y amarnos tanto. Gracias. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
I've been given the honor to introduce our next inductee into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you a living legend of boxing on my right, really needing no introduction the world over. Wearing a black suit and fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, he weighed in at a trim and always ready 150 pounds. Undefeated in his remarkable career with a record of 50 wins, no losses, 27 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the 11-time world champion in 5 weight divisions, one of the all-time pound-for-pound greats, the undefeated, defending, and reigning pay-per-view king. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the one and only 2021 inductee into the International Boxing Hall of Fame, Floyd Money Mayweather.
Let me see where we at. We always like to start this off the right way. I've done a lot in my career, but this is by far the best. Now, yesterday, we freestyled. We had fun. We shed tears, tears of joy. That's a part of the fight game. Blood, sweat, and tears. But today, I took a few keynotes that I took down in my notes that I wanted to talk about.
You know, yesterday I talked about everybody that I love, everybody that I like. I talked about all these great fighters up here. But today, I want to talk about me. I want to talk about TBE. So before we talk about TBE, let's get started. Hard work. Hard work. Hard work. Okay, so y'all with me. Y'all with me. All work is what? All work is what? Well, point to the easy work then. I must always give thanks to the man above. Always first. Because without God, all this wouldn't be possible. I'm glad that we were able to make it here safe. Some flew in. Thank you for making it here safe. Thank you for supporting the sport of boxing. Thank you for supporting all these great, legendary champions. My dad is a genius. My dad is a great man. He's a man with integrity. He's a stand-up guy, and I will always put him first. And to the queen, my mother, a great woman, ambitious. She has the will to win in life. So when you take my dad, who's the best trainer ever, and you take my mother, another queen, so you take that king and that queen and you put them together, this is what you get. This is what you get. We all know I look good, I fight good, I'm undefeated. I dominated the sport for 20 years straight. But another great thing about my career is the smart investments that I made. This sport was able to put me in a position to make over $1 billion and then invest my money and double and triple it. See, I know a lot of you guys said, oh yes, he's flashing, he's flamboyant, he's gonna blow his money. Well, believe what you want to believe. That's another victory for me. And it's someone that I never talk about. Someone that I never talk about. My oldest sister. Always had my back, always protected me, and always wanted the best for me, and always ran my companies with an iron fist and never got in front of a camera and never got on social media. I want to tell her that I love her, keep up the great work, and I will always have your back. And to one of the best businessmen in the world, my business partner. Some call him my business partner. Some call him my other dad. Some call him my manager. Call him whatever you want to call him. But we're going to call him great too. Al Heyman. The connection that me and Al has is unbelievable. To be able to work with over 400 fighters and put these fighters in position to take care of their families is remarkable. That's what it's about. See, it's not about what you make. It's I made a lot of money, but guess what? It's what you do with the money. I'm able to put my sister in a position to be an entrepreneur, put people on my team in a position to be an entrepreneur. That's what it's about. I teach you how to fish. I can't fish for you. Al, I want to personally say thank you for us coming together and changing the sport of boxing. I got in the sport. I put the heavyweights out of business. This is what I did. I brought the real money to the small guys. Floyd Mayweather did that. Leonard Ellaby, my ride or die. "26 years, we stuck together. And till the casket drop, we're going to continue to stick together and ride with one another because I'm loyal. And life is all about loyalty. Remember this. Everybody in this room, definition of loyalty is totally different. But mine, I'm with you through the good times, the bad times, and the ugly times. That's who I am. Yesterday, we didn't talk about the other legendary champion that's no longer with us, Roger Mayweather. Roger, I know you're looking down on us, and I know you're proud of me. Great champion, hell of a trainer, and a great person. And y'all know Roger Mayweather quote, "You don't know shit about boxing." And if anybody that's in this room and anybody that's in this room that know boxing, know that's Roger Mayweather quote. You got to be a real boxing fan to know that. Another legendary person that's involved in boxing that we don't talk about, may he rest in peace, Rafael Garcia. He's a hell of a guy, a grandfather that I never had in the sport of boxing. The legend, that's what he would always say. To my children, you guys know I'm a stand-up father, and I will always want the best for my kids. I'm not the parent that's going to tell my child that they're right when they're wrong. When you're right, you're right, and when you're wrong, you're wrong. I put everything on the line to give my children a life that I didn't have when I was coming up. To my grandmother, I know you're looking down on us. May you rest in peace. The woman that sacrificed everything to clean hotel rooms to put me in this position. And to my team, the money team. I need my team to stand up. Please. I brought 70 members with me. We're going to continue to give back to the sport of boxing. I will continue to give back to the sport of boxing. My time, and I will also give back financially because I got it. And to my real estate team, my guys in New York, and my other real estate team that's here today, we can't be stopped. In 32 months, I put myself in a position with a smart business team to make $300 million a month. And that all started from the sport of boxing. So now we want to talk about why I'm TBE, and I'm going to tell y'all. Don't worry, the body still look good. So we got the 10 biggest pay-per-views of all time. And I got 6. They had me in a contract that I didn't want to be in. So I said, you know what? I'll buy myself out my contract for $750,000, And when I left them guys, I made $750 million in just 3 fights. I'll never let the sport of boxing fuck over me. They said, well, who got the biggest gate? Well, I said, well, I done 75 million in 10 minutes with the Mayweather Pacquiao. So I hold that record too. And we all know I'm the highest grossing fighter ever. I'm the highest grossing fighter ever. Yeah, I'm gonna pop my shit. I deserve to. They say, well, Floyd, this fighter was 79-0, and this fighter had 200 straight wins. He ain't done what I did. I still beat more world champions than any fighter in history. And guess what? I'm a clean fighter. I'm the pioneer of random blood and urine testing. Ask Doc, she know. And I want to thank Showtime for giving me a deal that was record-breaking, not fake numbers like other fighters. All my numbers is real. I'm the best. I will always be the best. There's no fighter in the past that's better than me. There's no fighter that's in the future that's going to be better than me. And there's no fighter better than me right now. And I want to thank the International Boxing Hall of Fame for giving me this. This right here is going to my dad because he deserves it. Like Bernard Hopkins said. Bernard Hopkins said it best. You got to earn it. And my dad earned this ring. And this right here is going to the queen. And this right here is going to the king. I want to say thank you to everybody for your support. I want to tell all the fighters, thank you. You guys are remarkable. It wouldn't be no me without you guys. Shane, I'm proud of you. Bernard, I'm proud of you. Marquez, I'm proud of you. Ward, I'm proud of you. Ann Wolf, I'm proud of you. Laila Ali, I'm proud of you. Lou DiBella, I'm proud of you. All these champions over here, I'm proud. Miguel Cotto, I'm proud of you. James Toney, I'm proud of you. Roy Jones, I'm proud of you. Without you guys, it wouldn't be no me. You guys are unbelievable, and everybody that's on this stage deserves to go into the Boxing Hall of Fame. I want to say thank you. I appreciate you guys, and I will always be TBE.
Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure to subscribe for more videos of your favorite fighters over here on Fight Up TV, and give us a follow online as well at Fight Up TV on Twitter and on Instagram. We appreciate it, guys.